back in 2009.
William Duma finally spoke to the PNG media after giving his statement in the chambers in response to the Horizon deal. Duma pointing out that PRL 21 was awarded to Horizon, Santos and Elavala based on the Petroleum Advisory Board's recommendation. How the national-owned company Elavala, who at the time was owned by Simon Ketan, got into an agreement with Horizon and Santos, Duma says he would be unable to answer. Duma stating there is no law in PNG restricting national-owned companies to get into agreements with other developers and apply for a PRL.
Are they saying that I took shortcuts, I circumvented the process and did not act on the recommendations of the Petroleum Advisory Board? All they're doing is making vague allegations, trying to link a director of one of the companies to me just because one of the directors of that company happens to come from my province and may be known to me. Does not necessarily mean that I am supposed to reject the recommendations of the Petroleum Advisory Board and, more importantly, the order of the Supreme Court of our country.
Minister Duma's comments comes after the Australian Financial Review article alleged that he was a part of the deal to get 10% out of the PRL 21 and later resell to Horizon for $10 million. According to Duma, in 2010, based on recommendations of the PAB to refuse grant and extension of the term of PRL 5 as it had been underdeveloped for the last 10 years, Horizon had taken him as the Petroleum Minister and the board to court. While the National Court had ruled in his favour, Horizon later filed a Supreme Court appeal. The Supreme Court put in a restraining order against the minister and the board from assessing any other tender application until the outcome of the Supreme Court appeal. Based on his lawyer's advice, he opted out of pursuing the Supreme Court case as it would have spanned on to 2 years.
Had some prospect of success, and that the advice was that they had some prospect of success, and that meant that the Supreme Court would then continue to allow that injunction to remain permanently and refer the matter back to the National Court so that the National Court would then conduct a judicial review of my earlier refusal to grant the extension. And we were going to go back and forth. Their advice was that that process was going to take about 2 years. We need to commercialize that gas. It was a discovered resource waiting down there, nothing being done, not monetized.
Duma added that after the court disputes were put aside, the tender application for PRL 21 was put before the PBA, and upon their recommendation, the license was awarded.
It was necessary to give the new PRL to those 3 companies. Within 2 days, that was done. So I effectively complied with the orders of the highest court of my country. Australians have their own court system. We have our own court system. The highest court of our land is the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ordered me. Did I have any chance? If I hadn't complied with the order of the Supreme Court, if myself, members of the Petroleum Advisory Board, and the independent state of Papua New Guinea had not complied with the order of the Supreme Court, the likelihood was that we would have been charged for contempt of court.
Minister Duma not willing to answer media questions on whether he received money from Elavala's sole director Simon Ketan or if he had spoken with any PNG representatives of Horizon Oil.
What circumstances give rise to your question? Where I am said to receive the payments? How is it that the allegations have been made?
Also responding to the Prime Minister's statement that he had asked Australian Prime Minister to hand over evidence to allow PNG authorities to investigate. Duma stating the Prime Minister never asked for any evidence.
I have sent a request at the highest level to my colleague in Australia. I am interested in this matter. My police will be interested in this matter. My ombudsman will be interested in this matter. I communicated with my colleague if you can assist.
Minister Duma has also confirmed he will be pursuing a defamation case against AFR. The minister finishing his response to the media questions that he had no regrets awarding the PNG company a PRL. Adelaide Siraks Kari, National, MTV News.